That is always the toughest thing to sit down and practice things like this.
Yes.
Because you get bored so fast. It's
You know what I do? I just put on like the Avengers or something. You know, I just watch a movie. You know, I really do. So I have, that's part of my practice regime. Like I'll have mindless practicing where it's just finger warm-ups. Like, or I'll be watching like, I don't know, it's football. I mean, I like some sports, but I like to watch movies. And so I'll just put on something and then do some exercises. But if I'm really trying to work on a riff or something, you know, I just work on it. And I also don't worry about, I don't get the godly sound when I'm playing. That's why I wanted to do this. I use a really dry sound so you can hear all the notes with clarity.
so you can hear it from getting sloppy.
That's right, because it's so easy to hear it.
Yeah.
You know, but it was also easy for me to hear that you could play, you know, so, but just try it and I'll show you. Again, it's kind of like, it's not common sense. It took my whole life for me to figure out that if you've got a problem, isolate that problem and try to correct it. Yeah, and try to hit that twice, but you don't have to. Okay, then try 1-4.
This is going to be tough.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, and see, look at your first finger. It's getting way
Sticking up, yeah.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Oh, yeah, you really got to think about it.
Yeah, and then try 2 and 3. 2 and 3. And then go up the neck without stopping. See, you don't want to stop, you want to go. Yeah, now see all your fingers, how they're getting a little warped there? You want to, yeah, see, you want to try, this is like the Jedi Knight stuff. Finger, you will move into position. You know what I mean? So it's, yeah, but see, if you can correct your little finger and move it back to get closer, see, now you're controlling, your fingers aren't controlling you, you're controlling them.
That's tough. It'll take some time.
Yeah, but
I see what you're saying.
It won't take you that long. We're talking weeks, not years, you know? Yeah, see, because that exposes weaknesses that are easy to correct.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, but that's what I would do. 1, 2, it's like picture every finger configuration. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4, 3, 4. And then what I do is I do 4 notes per string, but I don't even play it that fast at first. I'll go. But see, my positioning is spot on. Then I'll do 3 notes per string. And just to make things, from that point on, you should be warmed up. But really the idea is, it's to play this as perfectly as possible. And see, you move up right away. You know, you don't stop. You go from here to 12. I mean, you could go higher if you want. I just go to 12. But what happens, it's such a simple exercise that people overlook it because they think, oh, I can do this. But then they realize they might be able to play all these things, but they still can't do a simple exercise correctly. And when you can do this, you'll find that the riffs that you had a harder time on are easy to play now. You know, so it corrects a lot of things. And that's really what we're trying to do. It's like, you start from here. You don't start from here because it's easier to get there if you know this. Because, you know, I mean, again, my metaphor, you don't have a good foundation on the house. All it takes is a little rain, a little wind. So, but that's great. But yeah, you're really close, super close. Anybody else?
Great.
I was at the clinic you gave in Birmingham, 12, 13 years ago?
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Music. All right.
What's it called again?
It was Alan's Discount Music.
That's right, that's right. I remember, yeah.
I don't even know if it's got something to do. First of all, I'm probably the
It
only
closed
drummer
down, right?
up here.
He died, didn't he? I know. Oh no,
He shot himself in the leg.
Oh, I heard something happened to him. Okay, yeah, because do you guys know Mark Pyle? He was the dean rep in the area. Because he lived in Muscle Shoals, and he owned that studio, that really famous one, Muscle Shoals, that they did a lot of Motown. Yeah, he was the owner. He was, but he's the one who took me around there.
Okay.
He sold it, but we're still good friends.
I'm probably the only drummer up here.
Uh-huh.
I used to teach drums.
Oh, nice.
And no, your fundamentals are absolutely spot on. It's just about being slow and steady, and once you learn, it'll snowball. One of the hardest things I ever had to learn was playing a paradiddle between my right foot and my left hand. And it would just be grueling for just, it seemed like hours of just trying to get a repetition being smooth is what he's saying. A lot of these guys are probably too young to remember. And the reason I bring up the old guitar clinic was the sweep story.
The what story?
The sweep story.
Oh yeah, about playing it 1,000 times.
Man, that is a fantastic story, and it plays exactly into the point that he was making to you guys.
Yeah,
So they probably don't know the story. I love the story. Yeah.
Yeah, see, you know the sweep arpeggio technique, where you take an arpeggio. I mean, that's an arpeggio. You know, an arpeggio is a broken chord. You know, when you arpeggiate a chord, instead of going, you go. So anyway, I wanted to learn. I played piano, like I said. Wanted to learn how to do arpeggios on a guitar. So the first one I did was this. I came up with, but it just didn't sound metal. I couldn't go up on stage going. I mean, it just. He's a girly man. You know, I just didn't feel right. You know, and so what I did is I came up with another shape, just the A minor. Because when I was a little guy, I used to love that song. You know, I'm 10 years old, I liked it. So what I did is I came up with this arpeggio. Now, it's not something I made up myself. It's just, you know, it's a standard one, but nobody had shown it to me. I figured it out by myself. And what he was saying is that the story is that, and it's true, I played to get this arp down. I played it 1,000 times in a day. And I mean, when I used to do this, like especially unamplified, hear how hard that is? It's really aggressive. But I just did this over and over and literally 1,000 times. And I mean, it just went over and over and over and over and over. I mean, do this for a while, because when I was in high school, one of the stories I didn't tell. What's that?
I can't do it once.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I'm up to about 40 now. You know what I mean? Yeah, so, you know, it takes a little while, you know, so I can sit there, I'll just keep playing it, you know, and see, but the point is this, that repetition, you know, it's not just, you know, they say muscle memory. Well, there's something to that, but I'll tell you what's the memory. It's the memory, you know, because, you know, it's one thing if you just physically have a problem and you can't do it, but if you have like a pain, like you said, you try and adjust that, even on drums, you know what I mean? Like you're working everything, you know, so, but the idea of repetition, you know, like I took French in school and they used to say, écoutez, répétez, listen and repeat. You just say stuff over and over. So, but the idea, yeah, I mean, that is absolutely true. I used to be able to, one of my friends was named Tom, his name is Mark McNally. He lives in Montana now, like way off the grid. But his father was named Tom McNally. He was the outdoor editor of the Chicago Tribune, and he wrote this, he was a big sports guy, and he wrote this book called The Fisherman's Bible. And it was a really famous book. And he was a big outdoors guy, hunter, all this stuff. And he was a real famous author. But his son, Mark, he, you know, it just talent, writing talent. Mark was really gifted on guitar. And we were in a band together, and we used to just sit at his parents' house. Like his dad had they had a really beautiful house, and all this outdoor stuff, you know, it's just Brunswick, it's just really cool, very rustic looking home. And so, but we used to practice, we were the same age, we would just sit down, not even talk to each other, and just play. We would just practice like for hours, just sit in his room. Hey man, how you doing? Oh, everything's good. You know, and we just, hey man, you know, how's your girlfriend doing? Ah, she's doing good, huh? How about that girl that you like, Mike? Well, I still don't got her yet. And so, but we would just practice and practice and practice. And he's really gifted. But the irony of it is that it's just the same. If I've learned anything in life, and it's in music, human nature hasn't changed that much, but it's the same things keep reoccurring. If you want to do something, you just practice it and you isolate it.